Hello there guys, my name is Jürgen Pidorf and welcome back to another episode of the Space Engineers Spotlights. So, I've decided to have a look at something again made by Mr. Darklord, who is an absolute babe, and he has built a ship that is very quite simple, but really effective, and it has a really cool feature that is all to do with dropping off troops and men into the battlefield or even onto like a planet with a car. So this is called the Strix heavy dropship. So this is just to, you know, fly in, it drops off a bunch of men and a car and then flies off again. And it contains the Skull ATLT, which is an all-terrain light transport vehicle. So this is the craft in itself. Now it doesn't look like much, does it? It doesn't look like, you know, it doesn't look like what Darklord normally comes up with. It looks very simple, looks very slimlined, but it has a nice little access port at the back and some really cool features. Now, before I show the really cool features, I'm going to delete that version and we're going to go over to this very big asteroid in which my frames are just going to get absolutely owned, and we're going to have a look at it in its in its area of expertise, I would say. So, in the back we have a sort of area in which the ship has a car and can contain people as well, because you can walk past the car, and the car can contain how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8? No, 6. Yeah, 6. So it contains 6 people, and this craft also has oxygen prowess as well, can carry, you know, oxygen to all the men while they're flying around, which is really good. It has timer blocks in there, which is M-Master's script again, showing all the details about the craft, and it's really cool because it looks like, you know, it's very lightly protected, and it's got like some really cool framework underneath, and it's of course a car. So I don't normally see Darklord do cars all that often. I've seen him do tanks, but never like just regular cars. And even with this one, it's got a rocket pod on the top which you can use to just fire at the enemy. So it's like, I don't know, like what the Warthog is in Halo to him. So it's really nice that he's actually moved into this sort of stuff, and I'm really interested by it. So we'll close up the door, which does close up very nicely, and it will pressurize this area, and you'll see that in a second when the doors finally close and these will go green. So of course, before that door opens again, it would be really cool if you had timers to do this, but of course before we go ahead again, we need to turn the garage vents. Well, that turns them off, and that turns them back on. So of course we'll have to turn them off and on, or, you know, when the doors are either open or closed, to save us having the pressurization effect where we almost get thrown out. Now, as we move through the ship, it's very simple. It's just lots of beds, place to get changed with guns. That's about it. So we've got this large area to walk around in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 pilots, 6 men, and then you could potentially have more men if you want to sort of overcrowd the ship and get more men onto the battlefield whenever you want. And then of course we got the flight area. Now the view is very weird at the moment in these seats, and they're a bit broken in some respects, because you can actually see my like leg or my face is really weird, and as you can see, you can't really see the sides of the screen. But let's have a look at how well the ship moves and then get onto the special feature of it dropping in the car thing. So we'll fly to an area and we'll figure out where we want to go. This thing does fly pretty well. It's a bit slow to move, I must say. What we're going to do is we're going to slow down a little bit now, and we're going to get to like a nice spot, and we'll just lay it down easy. Lay it down easy. Okay. Oh god. It's not really the flattest part of land I could have found, really. I mean, I just found the worst piece of land in the world. And we'll just drop her off here, just slowly caressing the floor, and then we'll jump out, and then we'll go and do the car thing. So we'll walk through here, open this, close this, and what we want to do is we want to air vents, we want to open the door, and we want to disengage the lock, so the car becomes a floating thing. Now we do need gravity, so whether that isn't affected by gravity or it's turned off, I don't know. There we are. So we got gravity in this thing. So let's move her on forward. Oh wow. This thing's very nimble. Ah! Oh wow. Instantly I'm already in love with this craft because it's just like bouncy as hell. And this terrain is nothing for it, which is good. So we are fairly far from the craft, but this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Let's stick the handbrake on now, so we don't move. And is there a gunner? Is the other guy a gunner? Yes, he is. So, is there a camera on this? No, there isn't. So we're gonna have to just go off of just what we feel is correct. So let's ramp up this, and there we go. So let's just pop a few shots off at the craft. Just rip into it a little bit. This is actually quite nice. I like this craft. I really do. So it can. It's got a good effect on target. I mean, you have to get used to using it, of course. But that's pretty nice. And then let's jump back in here. Put the handbrake off again, and let's just go on a ride. On the road again. Oh wow. This thing's handling it pretty well. Oh. He says as it gets stuck. Just wiggle and bounce it, because that's the thing you can do in Space Engineers. Oh man, I think this thing would probably need a little bit more gravity or something, I don't know, or just better climbing. I don't know, just it needs to be a little bit better at climbing for my liking, because this thing is a little bit bouncy, and maybe he could have probably done something good with the suspension, because I've seen people use pistons in a way to make the suspension a little easier to roll over terrain like this, but it's handling it pretty well. It gets over it, and I think this ship is pretty cool. Again, we've got like the date and the time and where we are on our location, and just how the oxygen is and the reactor output. So I really do like this sort of thing, and it's nice to see that Dark Lord has actually ventured into this, because sometimes creators will be stuck in their ways and I'll only build one type of ship, and I always think it's good to build various types of craft just to have like a nice mixture of building styles. So that has been the Strix Heavy Dropship by Dark Lord and the Skull ATLT by Dark Lord. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, please like, favourite, and of course subscribe for more. Go check out the build on the workshop, link will be in the description below. Check me out on Twitter, say hi, I'll say hi back. It's all good. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace!